Welcome back to CBS This Morning, and we begin with this, a major development in the Flint water crisis. Just moments ago, the state of Michigan announced it has reached an agreement to settle all claims with victims. You may recall that people in that city, the city of Flint, have protested for years over unsafe amounts of lead in their drinking water. The preliminary agreement calls for a payment to city residents of $600 million, and it follows more than a year and a half of negotiations. Adriana Diaz has done extensive reporting on this story from Flint, and she joins us now. Adriana, good morning. On the one hand, $600 million might sound like a lot, but on the other, there was a lot of damage there as well. How are residents of Flint reacting this morning?
Good morning. Although the state claims that Flint's water quality has met federal standards for 3 years now, many residents tell us they don't trust officials and they still don't trust the water. One person told us yesterday that no amount of money can heal the suffering of those impacted by this crisis, and the coronavirus pandemic is just making their situation worse.
It ain't worth nothing. Money don't equal health. Like, it don't. You could be rich and die. Like, it ain't the same.
Craig Davis is a lifelong Flint resident who has lived the devastation brought on by the city's tainted water crisis.
It's almost like we got PTSD with the water, because who gonna really drink it comfortably? Like, you know what I'm saying, when people actually lost their lives to it.
He's also a coronavirus survivor and says he and his neighbors are struggling to deal with both issues at the same time.
Now you got people that's taking extra money out their pockets and just going to the grocery store and just buying up the water in the grocery store. But you add on the pandemic, now the water is not even there to even grab.
The water crisis started in 2014 when, as a cost-cutting measure, officials switched the city's water source from Lake Huron to the Flint River. But the water was improperly treated, allowing lead and other chemicals from the pipes to leach into the water supply. The city switched back to its original water source in 2015.
My heart breaks because the fact of the matter is I handed them the glasses of water.
CBS News was on the ground in Flint for months at the height of the crisis. We heard firsthand from parents about how they believed the tainted water affected their children.
When I hear my son get up at night and cry because his bones hurt, and there's nothing I can give him, there's nothing I can do for him to take away his pain, I feel completely helpless.
Although tens of thousands of plaintiffs are reportedly set to receive a payout as part of the settlement, much of the money is expected to go toward the children affected by the crisis. Flint Mayor Sheldon Neely says he hopes this settlement provides some sense of victory for families.
It allows Flint residents to move forward in a positive way, getting out of the mindset of being victims, but more of as victors. And that's where we need to move as a community.